I mean, I noticed they were quite high when he'd done them, and I was thinking like, oh, I don't want to be, you know, I didn't want it to be, they didn't look that good at first, let me be honest with you. I'm going to tell you, the first time I saw them, I wasn't in love with them, all right? I was kind of like, oh no, have I just made a mistake? Hi, well, welcome back. It's been a while since my last video. Well, it's been 1 year since my last video. Been away for a little bit, and I decided today that I wanted to start making some more blog videos like I used to do. I know they're not as popular as my other videos, but you know, it's my YouTube and I want to have some kind of blog and some way to be able to talk to the subscribers. So anyway, I'm back. I'm hopefully going to be making some more regular videos. Hopefully it won't be like one every 12 months. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I will stick to that. I think the last video that I made was about my surgery. I was going for surgery. So I'd like to talk a little bit about that first. I have had breast surgery since my last video. I had it done in Thailand in April. It was 2023. So at the time of making this video, it's March 2024. It's been around a year. I've nearly had these breasts for about a year now. What I'm going to do in this video, after I've talked a little bit, I'm going to put some clips in, some photos when I went to have the surgery. So I'm going to try and do my best with that, try and explain as much as I can. The doctor I went to see was called Dr. Grichard. I will put somewhere here his clinic, and in fact, if I can, I'll put a link below this video. But yeah, you can see where I went, and if you're thinking about having breast surgery, he has a lot of transgender clients, and one of the reasons I actually chose to go with him was because I have friends that live in Thailand, and they advised me that he was a really good doctor. He was not cheap. His prices are quite high compared to other prices in Thailand, but you know, I wanted to go with someone who had experience with transgender females. So what did I have done anyway? I have had, you know, obviously I can't show you here. Maybe I can put a picture on later on or something, with a bra on or something so you can see. I had 500 cc put into both sides. I believe that's what I was saying I was going for anyway. When I got there and I spoke with him, he measured he measured my size of my chest. He looked at it and he said to me that 500 actually matched my size of my chest and everything like that. It'd been a long time trying to decide to go with what size, and I mean, at that time I thought I might as well go, because I thought 500 was quite big at the time. To be honest with you, once it was in and they've settled, they're a reasonable size, but they're not like too big. They're perfect. I think he did an amazing job, and I'm very happy with what he's done. So anyway, I said it was 500. He measured up and he said, you know, 500. I think he said I could do 500, 550 or something like that. And I was like, okay, you know, I said I was going to do 500. Let's go with that. And I had that done. And basically what happened was I said to him that I wanted, I didn't want the scar at the bottom of the breast. So a lot of the time the doctors now, they will put the silicone, they will make an incision underneath your breast and put the silicone in that way. And I didn't want that. I wanted it underarm. So I asked if you could do that, and he said he could, and he's done a perfect job. Basically, there is no scarring. The scars that I had underneath my arms, there's a little scar, but it's nearly gone. So I have no scar on my chest or anything. So I'm really happy with what he did for me. Everything I did through friends. So my friends basically contacted the clinic, and they went through. I didn't go straight to the doctor. It was through another lady that then goes to the doctor for you. So when I actually arrived the first day when I went to the clinic, I just went and met the advisor and talked with her, and then we just went straight to see the doctor. So I went to meet Dr. Grichard, and when I met him, he just went through everything, told me, you know, we checked my chest and everything like that. So the next thing I know, I was checked in to the clinic on that day, and I have a private room for me. So I went up there, and I got ready for the surgery, which would take place in the afternoon. So I basically arrived in the morning, and then the surgery was to take place in the afternoon. And I was only there for like not even an hour, and the nurses arrived and said, "Oh, we're ready for surgery." Got in the bed, and I was wheeled down to have my surgery. And obviously, you know, I got in there, and I was more or less put to sleep straight away. You know, I didn't even notice. It was just like, you know, they did the thing, and I was out. The next thing I remember was waking up in the operation room, in the room, and just this intense kind of pain. It wasn't painful, but just pressure on my chest. Obviously, you know, they put the silicone in, and it was just it was crazy. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? Like I said, I had painkillers and whatever else they were giving me at the time, so it wasn't pain, but you know, you could sense like, oh, this is not this very discomforting at the time. And so that happened, took me back up to the room, and you know, I was just kind of laying there, and before I knew it, I think I was put back to sleep. I was out again, and I just keep waking up throughout the night. And yeah, I stayed there to, I think it was just after lunchtime, and then I was free to go.
Hi.
Hello, hi.
How are you today?
I'm feeling better now after
So,
the surgery.
The surgery is last night?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll be there like 1 hour?
1 hour in the surgery, and then I went to surgery about 5 p.m. and I was out by 6 p.m. So yeah, 1 hour, and then I just slept all evening.
Yeah, so it's good, right? The hospital and everything.
Yeah. So I'm at a private hospital.
Yeah.
Dr. Richard.
Yes, Mirada Hospital.
Mirada, yeah. And it's I've got my own room.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable, as you can see.
So VIP room.
Yeah. So everything's perfect. Very happy with the.
Travel from UK to
Yeah.
Thailand.
Well, I travelled from the UK just last week. I've only been in Thailand for about 3 or 4 days.
3 days.
3 days, yeah. So it's quite quick to have the surgery when I got, you know, I have not much time. Just still getting into sleep patterns here, but it's okay because obviously since I've had the surgery, I've just been sleeping anyway. So now we're just waiting to see the doctor and see what he says, and then I'll be able to go home. So like I said, I've stayed 1 night here because that's their practice to keep you in 1 night. And if everything's good and we're all sorted, then obviously I'll be going home today. Yeah, that's where I am right now. But obviously at the moment, I'm all covered up. I can't see what my breasts look like. But hopefully soon they'll be all coming off, and I'll be able to see what they look like, which is going to be great.
Okay.
Okay, cool. We'll do some more updates later.
Yep.
The doctor came to see me, checked everything was fine. And yeah, so within 24 hours, I was there, had my surgery, and I was free to go, basically. I had to wear this bra thing that was, you know, kept them covered for the week. So I had that done. I had that on for like a whole week. And all in all, I mean, of course, difficult sleeping. I mean, of course, it was still bothering me and stuff, but I would say the whole experience wasn't like that bad. You know, the after the surgery wasn't that bad. I mean, I knew to expect some discomfort and stuff. It was more like just the pressure. You could just feel the pressure on your chest, you know, from having the surgery. It was about a week. I had to just I just stayed in bed. Well, I stayed in bed, but stayed, you know, on the couch, shall I say, and just down in bed. Sleeping during the day, not sleeping so well at night, you know, so very, very kind of awkward first week. And then I went back to his clinic the week after, which I forgot to mention. It's in the center of Bangkok. So obviously I was staying on the outskirts of Bangkok, so we had to kind of commute in every day. So there's like tons of traffic in Bangkok. So anyone who's ever been there will know. But once we were at his clinic, you know, he had parking and everything like that. So everything was fine. And I went to see him again a week later, and then we took off the bandages. And I saw them for the first time, so my breasts. And they were very high. That was one of the things that, I mean, I noticed they were quite high when he'd done them. And I was thinking like, oh, I don't want to be, you know, I didn't want it to be, they didn't look that good at first, let me be honest with you. I'm going to tell you, the first time I saw them, I wasn't in love with them, all right? I was kind of like, oh no, have I just made a mistake? I've been waiting for like 3 years, making this decision, shall I have the surgery? And then here I am, looking at them going, I'm not in love with these. But I thought, look, you know, let's see, it's just, you've just had surgery, you know, I guess it takes time to settle. And I started reading up even more about, you know, because people, I knew that people said like they'll settle, but I keep reading up and going, because I was panicking, I was like worried. But the truth is, yeah, they're high, they drop. Okay, there's no worry about that. As I now know. So yeah, the first week, first time I saw them, I was like, but the size, I knew even when I first saw the size, I knew, okay, that was the right size. Because if I'd have gone smaller, I mean, for me, they would have just been, it would have been like, well, they don't even look like you've had it done, you know what I mean, if they were small. So I think going for 500 for me was spot on. I mean, it looks now like, yeah, we've got reasonably large breasts, so, you know, and even some says you could go bigger, to be honest with you. But for me, I mean, I'm happy anyway with what I have. I mean, I'm not like, you know, well, let's go get another surgery done. And I mean, I did make one kind of mistake after I'd had the surgery, because like the week after, I'd been settling, but like me and my friend, we were planning to go to Phuket in the south. So we ended up going down to the south of Phuket, which was the middle of like, because April they have the water festival, which is their like New Year celebration. So they're like, you know, doing all the water thing and stuff. So we're in Phuket, and everybody's like, you know, water guns and things like that, which is like no good idea when you've just had surgery, and you know. So I had to kind of avoid all that, because like, you know, it wouldn't be safe to be like banning around loads of people and stuff. So I had to avoid it, and I also had to try and avoid them squirting me water, because obviously I don't want to get these with, you know, there was still scars there, and I didn't want to get them infected. There I was, had to be careful, but I had a good time in the South Phuket. However, I think because I just had the surgery, I was like quite stressed. My body was quite stressed, and I did start. I actually ended up getting like I wasn't like a cold sore or something, but it was like I got like some kind of, well, it was like a cold sore, but on my eye here at the top, which I was told after, it's not, because I've had chickenpox when I was younger or something like that, and this was, I forget what the name is. I'll put the name somewhere on this video. I went to see the doctor, another doctor, and they said, yeah, you know, you've got this thing, you got to take some pills for this. So I basically, what I'd done is, I'd basically overdone it. I had this surgery, and then I'd gone off like partying in the south, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, my body's like, I need to chill, you know. So I kind of overdid it a bit. You know, what are you gonna do? You know, I've come over to Thailand, beautiful weather, everybody's having a good time. You know, you want to be, you know, I'll just have my surgery. You know, I want to show off, I want to have a good time. I stayed in Thailand. I think I was in Thailand for like 3 weeks. So like got there, had the surgery, had a rest for a week, had to stay in bed. Then I went over to like Phuket, had a bit of time there, and I stayed the rest of the time. I stayed in Bangkok, and yeah, had a great time. I mean, I love going to Thailand anyway, so it was good. But what I can tell you is a little bit more of the aftermath, because I think that's important as well. You know, well, I got back to the UK, and it was like May, June, and I was very tired, and I didn't really recover that quick. You know, some people, I heard stories like they had the surgery and they're back to normal, going back and doing the normal things, and I thought I'd be like that, but I wasn't. I was really tired, and I just kind of just slept most days, and you know, and so I wasn't going to be doing videos. And I think actually on my YouTube channel, more or less, I just kind of abandoned it for a few months. I mean, you might notice by my uploads, I just abandoned it. And I just didn't have energy. I just didn't have any energy at all. And then in June, I was getting out of bed one morning, and I just kind of fell to the floor, and my back gave way. Now I've got no back. I've never had any back issues or anything like that, but my back gave way, and I couldn't get back up. I just laid on the floor. I was like, what's going on here? And so, I mean, I managed to crawl back into bed, and then like my friend, you know, she was getting me like, you know, back gels, and I was ended up taking like medication, stuff like that. I was taking like, you know, paracetamol and things like that. So I was in bed for like a week, and what I think is, what happened to me was just because of this extra weight on the front of my chest. Yeah, I wasn't even used to it. So basically my back just gave way. So that was like kind of a shock. It was awful, to be honest with you. And so most of June, like the end of June and begin July, I was struggling to walk. I mean, I was walking around with this like, I mean, I was just like bent over all the time. I couldn't walk properly. I'd like walk to a door and like hold onto the door, like, okay. You know, I was like, it was awful, to be honest with you, because you're just like, what's going on? Now, you know, by the end of like July, that kind of, my back recovered and I was fine. And to be honest, I've had no back issues since then. So it was only for a short period of time, but I did have that back issue, and I believe that came on because of the surgery. But then after that, I ended up having some other issues, which were more to do with, I say, psychological issues. I don't know if it was brought on from the surgery, but I wasn't really in a happy place for quite a while. I think really, I'm going to say, I went to France, I went to Paris in September, and I had a good time in September. But then like October, November, December last year, I kind of was in a really kind of not good place. And it was kind of like New Year, I just decided like, no, you know, 2024, you gotta get over this. Let's get positive. Let's get things going again, you know. And it's only I mean, now it's March. It's still taking me 3 months to kind of get where I wanted to get. But at the moment, I would say I'm there now. I'm in a good place, and you know, and that's why I'm ready to start, you know, making videos again. Yeah, I've been happy with the progression with what's happened, you know, on my breast. And coming onto the year anniversary, I'm really glad that I can actually get back into making videos, and I'm really happy that I'm going to be able to share more with whoever out there is interested. I started this channel originally to try and do more videos like this, like kind of just blogging and talking and telling people about what I'm going through. If you are subscribed to this channel already, you obviously see I do a lot of different videos. You know, I just want to let you know I don't make anything from YouTube. I don't make anything from YouTube, you know. I don't think a lot of creators at my level do, you know. It's more just a passion for wanting to make some videos, to be honest with you. So I don't make anything from YouTube. So, you know, there's my Patreon, which if you go to my Patreon, you join my Patreon, thank you so much, because that actually does help. That actually makes the difference. That does help. But just subscribe. Just a subscription, you know, even if you just, oh, I'll subscribe to a channel, maybe I'll watch a couple of videos, but a subscription makes a massive difference, you know. But obviously if you can go the extra mile and do the Patreon, well, that's always going to be better. I'm going to start making more videos. I may do some more about this breast stuff. Like I said, I'm going to try and make a video that's a bit more revealing on my Patreon, pop it on there. And anyone has any questions underneath, because I mean, obviously I'm making this video, I've just got in front of a camera and I'm just making this video. And I'm going to say I probably missed out many things. And I'm probably going to do that in most videos, is miss out most things. But to make these videos, I need to be spontaneous. I need to be just, okay, sit down and start talking, you know? I did try to do some live streams. Well, I tried to start to do live streams last year. And I'm going to try and do that again. I'm going to try and start doing live streams because I think that would be quite a good way, because people can just come on video and they can, you know, message me while I'm live and just say, well, what happened with this? What happened with that? It's a lot easier. I also know that videos like this, when I make them, they're not as popular. And I hope they do get a bit more popular, because I have a lot to say. Like I say, I mean, I did do this video spontaneously, and I will do videos spontaneously, but I'm hoping to get more used to coming in front of the camera and maybe thinking more about what people really want to know, because I have been through everything with my hormones, my transitioning. I mean, I'm in a place at the moment where I'm really happy. So I'm going to make more videos, and hopefully you'll like them, and I hope you come back and I hope you watch them. Before I go, I'd just like to say thank you to all the subscribers who have subscribed since I was last here. I mean, I have over 5,000 subscribers at the moment. So I'd like to thank every one of those people, because that really helps. That is a big help, just subscribing. Also, if you've stick through this video to this point, I'd just like to say thank you for that. I know I ramble on a little bit, and I try and be more focused in time. I haven't made a video in a year. I was very spontaneous. I just got in front of the camera today. And also, I just like to say, like, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, share the video. I'll get with it eventually. Anyway, just thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again really soon. So goodbye.